Alright, guys, it is unique devotion time. Alright, so today I'll be reading Luke chapter 12, verses 57 through 59. It's entitled, Make Peace with Your Adversary. Okay. Yes, and why? Even of yourselves, do you not judge what is right? When you go with your adversary to the magistrate, make every effort along the way to settle with him, lest he drag you to the judge deliver you to the officer, and the officer throw you into prison. I tell you, you shall not depart from there till you have paid the very last mite. I think we all have adversaries. You know, it may not be people per se, and I think that's where we get caught up. We tend to think of the adversary or the enemy as a person outside of ourselves, outside of our world, outside of our home, outside of our workplace. That's kind of somewhat separate, that sometimes comes in and does something and you have to battle back, but then he goes away. And that's not true. To some degree, that actually does happen, but there's also an adversary in your close circle. And that adversary, which is going to attack you and try to take you off your course every day, is within yourself here in this person, and like I said, in your close circle of family and friends. And it doesn't mean, I'm not saying that they're your enemy and that they don't love you, but there are times where they may say something that just irritates you or rubs you the wrong way. But most of the time it's probably just because you're thinking that you know what they're thinking and creating a falsehood to make that an adversary when it's not true. The only way you know if it's true is if you actually ask them, hey, is what I'm thinking right? And if they say yes, I am being nasty to you, then that's different. But most of the time it's called drama. Drama gets drummed up because we start to picture in our minds what's going on. And it's going to happen with your family. It doesn't happen very often with my immediate family. I think we're pretty much not drama-less, but drama less, like than most people, and I like it that way. I think we we try to communicate fairly well, and when we do get together, we try to have a good time and work together, and be there for each other when necessary. But I also have a work family. I also have people that I run into when I run errands and do my regular duties and things. So you have to be on guard. And you have to be on guard of your thoughts, of your emotions, and then you have to be on guard of your actions too a little bit, because you may gesture to someone or evil eye someone when you're not trying to, and it causes them to think things that they shouldn't be thinking or that aren't true, and then it snowballs. You can easily ruin someone's day. And we know that words are powerful, so I would even venture to throw words in there, which I didn't have written here. But so, you will not be able to depart from your thoughts and emotions and actions until you come to terms with them and face them. Are you facing your adversaries? The broader picture of truth will start to separate your wrong thoughts from your good thoughts, your wrong emotions from bad emotions. You start to realize that you ultimately have control of them. We're ingrained with this body that wants to go automatic and make decisions for us based on information coming in from the world around us. And we are actually slightly separate from our body in that we are the control board. And most often, because it's easy to go through the day this way, we set it to auto mode and let our body do whatever. And then we get into thinking things that aren't true. We daydream too much. We act out in ways we shouldn't be acting out, you know. But when you start turning the control board back on more often, it gets easier. And you start seeing that you can change your emotions very quickly. You can change your thoughts and turn them off and think of something else very quickly. You don't have to be driven by the things that you don't want to be driven to, and it's called free will. You have the free will and the choice to do whatever you want to do. So that's a whole nother, like, that's something that if anyone out there ever watches this and you are really struggling in life and want something better, I am more than happy to email back and forth, talk back and forth, FaceTime back and forth, and sit down and really help ask the questions. Not tell you what to do, but help ask the questions that are going to provoke you to see what it is that you're meant to do from your perspective. Because though I can guess and try to figure, and maybe try to jog your mind by telling you what to do, ultimately I can't see from your perspective in the completeness that you can. So therefore, you have to be the one to make the total choice, which is what's so brilliant about the words that are here in this book. They already kind of pop those questions, and it's the questions that are coming from your heart when you're asking to see something different or be something different. Those questions start to arise, and then you have to answer them, and you have to say them to yourself, sometimes maybe even out loud, and then God asks a question back, which is sometimes a little annoying, but he's just trying to get you to branch out in your thinking. See the multiple choices that you have and not let your body just run on automatic, destroying your life. So, are you facing your adversaries? Check the description box. I keep putting different musical stuff down there. Most often it's EDM stuff, which is electronic dance music stuff, because that's what I really like. But I try to set it up different every once in a while, but check them out. If you don't want to listen to the music, that's fine. That's why I set it separate, so you have a choice. Sometimes I like to listen to a little music first to get my mind oriented, then read. Sometimes listen again, sort of like a mini worship service. But more so just to get pumped up and get going, which is worship in itself. So, I hope that God gives you all the blessings you deserve and all the blessings you don't deserve today. Until next time, have a wonderful day.